Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Game on the Brain. I'm Mel and I'm with Calvin and Ananda. What's up guys?
Yo, what's up?
What's up?
Today it's probably going to be a pretty short show because not much has been going on, and since last week Nintendo's been pretty scant on the information with the Switch, trying to hold out on us. Still don't know much about the online, the virtual console. All that stuff is still a mystery. So there's not really too much to talk about today, but we got some points that we want to do. And so, Calvin, why don't you kick it off with the first piece of news we got here?
Okay, so it was kind of a surprise. I think late December that they put up a teaser trailer for Double Dragon 4. Out yesterday, I ended up buying it. It was $6.99, $7, which I think was a pretty good price. I started playing it a little bit. First level, well, first of all, the game it felt a little slow. Like I don't think they did much to change the mechanics from the original game. Um,
Real quick, sorry to interrupt you. Have you played Double Dragon Neon?
yes, I have.
And,
I thought that game was pretty good.
okay.
Some people didn't like it for some reason. But what were you gonna say?
No, I just wanted to know how if you like Double Dragon Neon, because I heard that some people didn't like that game, and I was wondering how this game, Double Dragon 4, compares to potentially Double Dragon Neon.
Okay, so the way I
Oh,
see that,
and even the original Double Dragon, right? Because I really haven't played a Double Dragon since probably Double Dragon 1 or 2. And I
yeah,
believe this Double Dragon 4 is the sequel to Double Dragon 2.
yeah, they did something with the timeline. I actually didn't really pay attention too much to that. Um, so I used to play a lot of Double Dragon 2. Like I think that's probably my favorite one. Um, it feels mostly like that. The sprites are the same as Double Dragon 2. Um, so what they did now in this game is that you can kind of do like these little combos. So like let's say the first player, I could like punch the enemy, grab them, and then throw them, and then you could like kick them in the middle of the air. So
They still have red and blue pants.
yes,
All right,
it's
perfect.
literally like you play one player, you get to select, and it literally is just a palette swap, and it's awesome how they did that. Um, but now actually they made it so that instead of like just A and B to punch and kick, and then A B together to jump, it's three separate buttons. One is punch, one is kick, one is jump. And so when you press jump and kick, that does the spinning kick. And if you press jump and punch, that just does the regular like air kick. So I didn't
And
get that far. I only played for a little bit, but so far it felt like it was starting to get good at level 3.
this is for PlayStation 4 and PC. And what about Xbox One?
I only saw PS4 and PC in the trailer. I didn't actually check the stores other than the PS4 store. So
Check just to. I hope it comes to Switch. I mean, that would be a good title for Switch.
definitely, I
Yeah,
think
PlayStation 4 and Microsoft Windows. So it looks like this may be exclusive, somewhat exclusive
PlayStation.
to PlayStation. Yeah, the game is planned for release PlayStation 4 and Microsoft Windows. Interesting.
I don't really see a reason why Sony would want to like pay for that exclusive, but that's
Well,
okay.
the interesting thing is that it does run on Microsoft Windows. So why wouldn't Xbox? Why wouldn't Microsoft put it on their, the Xbox?
Yeah, there's got to be something going on with that.
Yeah,
But it seems like if they do want to port it to the Switch, it should be an easy port.
it's made by Arc
Arc System.
System Works. It looks like.
Yeah.
So you would
The-
recommend it from the little bit you played so far?
I gotta admit the first two levels are kind of like a little short and a little slow paced, but it felt like it was picking up the third level. So I'm looking forward to playing it some more when I have time.
All right. Next up is there's a rumor going around that Snipperclips is a possible launch title I'm not exactly sure on that. I mean, I would love it, even though I bought already 3 Switch launch games, so it's not like I need a fourth. But I did see someone saying that at the PAX booth in the South PAX, I guess South PAX was going on recently, PAX South. Someone said that everyone was telling them that Snipperclips was a launch title. If that happens, I'm definitely in. It's $20, digital download. That's a no-brainer for me. You guys interested in Snipperclips?
Yeah, especially since it's like digital. Like you were mentioning, like you have a pouch for the Switch, and if you have too many games, and too many physical games, it's not gonna fit in that pouch.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I bought a Hori. I pre-ordered the Hori Tough pouch, and it has a slot for 5 games. So, and then one in the cartridge slot, so 6. So I got 6 physical games, and then the rest of them all got to be digital.
That's funny. That's not a lot of games.
It isn't, but when you really think about it, like, so I have a lot of 3DS games, and I used to carry around one of those 3DS card holders. And
Yeah.
honestly, it's not that like bad to switch those kind of games because, I mean, they're not that big. It's not like a CD where you're worried about like scratching it up or carrying it around like carefully or whatever. They just like are cards, so you
Yeah,
could
that's true.
easily swap them in and out. It's not, and the thing is, like a lot of people don't want to get up and switch games in their console, like the PS4 or the Xbox One. I can completely understand that. You got to get off your couch. You got to walk to the thing. But if you're out and about and you have a game card, I mean, switching the card inside a console, you're not getting up from anywhere. You don't have
Yeah.
to really do anything. I mean, it is a pain if you're on the bus and you're holding on with one hand and you want to switch games maybe. I don't even, you probably can't even play the Switch with one hand because you got the 2 side Joy-Cons. So,
Yeah.
but in most situations, it's easy enough to switch a card and you don't have to worry about running out of SD card space or anything like that. So for the first few games, I'm gonna buy physical because I get that 20% off Amazon, which we talked about last week, and like I
Yeah.
got a $10 gift card from Amazon, so Mario Kart 8 was $40. So I was like, all right, I'll buy it physically instead of $65, whatever they want to charge me. So. I think someone saw a Final Fantasy VII picture that we want to talk about.
Oh yeah. I guess the thing is that it's the 30th anniversary for Final Fantasy, so they kind of just released a teaser of
A teaser photo, right?
yeah
For the
of
30th
the
anniversary. A teaser
yes
photo.
yes.
Not a video, not a game,
Well,
nothing, but a photo.
I would hope that's something we're gonna see something more this year, probably at
No,
E3.
but was it today the 30th anniversary, or is it like the
What?
30th anniversary like the whole
Well,
year? Is
if
it
it
this
was
like is this like the year of Luigi again, where we're gonna have a year of 30th anniversary?
well, if today was the exact date, then maybe they should have released something. But I just kind of see it as like, okay, it's the 30th year, so like something's gonna happen this year. I
But we're
think
at the end of January. How come
we're
they didn't
just
start in the beginning of January?
well, I don't know. They have their own schedule that they have to fit into. But no, I definitely think we're going to see something at E3, and probably like originally, I think they were targeting that first episode of 7 for this year.
Yes, I believe that's
So
true. Now,
you know,
I have a question for you because I was looking on Reddit and I saw a whole bunch of people. You looked at the picture?
oh yeah,
Uh, why is everybody up in arms over the Sephiroth in the background with the wing? Is that like something when you play Final Fantasy VII that, like, because I never beat it. I got up to, if I remember correctly, I got up to the part where you're in the casino. There's like a
yeah,
big casino in Final Fantasy VII. Like that's really all I can remember that I got up to. Maybe I got a little bit further, but
okay.
so I'm actually really looking forward to playing Final Fantasy VII Remake because I never finished it the first time. I just hope I have the dedication to do it this time.
Yeah, I
But
can't go back to the original. The graphics are so blocky.
yeah, I tried playing it on either the PSP or whatever they had it for. The Vita, maybe even. I think I got it. And it is very like old school looking for sure. A little rough looking. Now, did you beat Final Fantasy VII, Ananda?
No.
No. Did you play it
Oh,
back when it was?
Yeah, I played it for PC. I beat Final Fantasy VIII first, and then I went to 7, and then it felt like such a step back. It kind of like, I mean, not a step back in gameplay or anything. Like just the PC port and the graphics.
Gotcha.
I think it didn't even run on VGA on my computer, so it was like, I'm not playing this.
I think the only Final Fantasy, and this is going to be bad for me to say, but I think the only Final Fantasy game that I ever actually either beat or came like to the very end guy was Final Fantasy Adventures for Game Boy or something like that, like the Game Boy Final Fantasy game,
yeah.
which was pretty awesome. Actually, I'm not going to lie, but
I think Adventure came out as a different game later on. Secret of Mana or something.
let's see.
Don't quote me on that
Real
though.
quick, it was like Final Fantasy. Maybe it was just Final Fantasy. Let's see, Legend maybe. It was.
Oh,
It was.
Legend?
Yeah, the Final Fantasy. Yes, the Final Fantasy Legend. That's exactly what it was. Not Adventure.
That game was weird. That game was so weird.
What, Final Fantasy Legend?
Yeah, because you could. Isn't that the game where you had like a monster and like the monster could eat the meat and then it changes to a random monster?
I'm not sure.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
But I do remember it was like for Game Boy and it was obviously black and white and it was like really long and Final Fantasy-ish and
Yeah,
it was good. It was good though. Yeah.
but I didn't see any controversy about the Sephiroth in the background. But
Yeah,
if
like
I was to guess,
go ahead.
no, if I was to guess, I thought from what I've seen, like in the original game, he didn't have that wing in his normal form. He had like a specific form where he had like the one wing.
Yeah,
And he
so
was,
that's what so people are I guess that's what they're referencing. Is people are like, oh the wing. They were going crazy about the wing or something. I don't know.
like, I'm not gonna claim to like understand what was going on in that story, but it was something with like cloning or like regeneration or something. And he was basically just like a mutant. He looked like a mutant, and he had one wing. So, like to me, that's like the one wing was because he was like a mutant or something.
All right. I guess we'll all find out when we play Final Fantasy VII Remake, hopefully later this year. I look forward to it. It should be when did they don't have a release
There's no
date,
date. They said that they were going to give information at some point last year, but they didn't give any information.
and they're also gonna divide this up into multiple episodes, correct?
Yeah, I'm guessing it's going to be $60 each episode. That's my guess.
Oh boy, I hope not because then I'm out.
Or maybe
I'll
60
only-
for the first, and then however many for the like 20
DLCs
maybe.
for the last. I don't know.
Listen, I'm invested. I'm going to buy that. I literally bought the HD PC remake so that they would have money to be able to make this game. So they would see the fan support from me. I want to play that game.
Are you gonna get the box set when it comes out? Like when all episodes come out, are you gonna buy the special edition box set that they're gonna release?
I don't want to buy any collector's edition anything. If it's good enough, maybe, but
What if
probably
it comes with a cloud statue and a statue of Sephiroth with one wing?
not. I don't want any non-canon statues. I'm just kidding. If it was a cool cloud statue, maybe, but then like it would need to be like a $60 statue. Like I
Like
don't
a
want.
Nintendroid or whatever?
Well, I guess I would get the amiibo because I'm not sure if that amiibo's out yet.
I don't think so.
But I like anything around the quality of an amiibo. I would just rather get the amiibo.
Cloud Amiibo. Yeah, it doesn't say yet, I don't think. Or maybe it is supposed to be on the
I have a feeling they're saving that cloud amiibo.
for
But
something,
they did
right?
announce it. They did announce it
They definitely announced it.
maybe at E3 or something.
Yeah. Now, are you gonna buy Final Fantasy VII Remake and Onda?
Yeah, probably buy it.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's gonna be pretty good so far from what they did. Oh, and the other thing that people were complaining about was that Cloud looked jacked up. He was all buffed up, super strong in that image or whatever.
I didn't think so. Like, the one thing that I did like notice that stood out to me about that video was that about that image is that he's kind of like very emo looking, and I mean I guess he was kind of emo. He was kind of emo in the first game, but like he was more of a badass, like kind of like he didn't give a crap about anyone. He just wanted to get paid, and do his job, and everything. So it looks like it's a little bit different from because this image is kind of like an alternate version of the cover art, the original cover art of the game. So I think it just sets like a different tone for what to expect out of the game.
Let's see if I can just. I'm trying to do something here. Let's see if I can do this for the viewers. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I. Just trying some new viewers. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the wing that I was talking about in the back, and yeah, it's like the original. Someone compared it to like the original Final Fantasy art or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get back out of that. Back to me. Yeah, so sorry about that little. We were just trying some new things there. All right, cool. All right, so I think that's all the news we really had for today, right? Was there more stuff, or we're on to our next segment?
Oh, well, speaking on figures, there was that Nendoroid for Breath of the Wild.
Oh yeah, that
Which
one
is
looks
like
pretty awesome.
pretty detailed and looks pretty cool.
So
Pretty expensive.
was that a Zelda or a Link?
That was Link.
That was Link, right? And it came with like clothes and stuff too, right?
Yeah, like
It looked like it looked like a hood and stuff like that.
or something.
I think it was like 5,800 yen, right? Which was like $50 American or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're about that usually.
At first, when I put it in, it for some reason changed to Chinese yuan, and it was like $900. I was like, no way, this figure costs $900.
Yeah,
This is
no.
out of control. So.
But yeah, like they're releasing that, and they're also releasing amiibos.
Yeah, there's two things going on. Apparently, they released Twilight Princess HD on the Wii U, and it came with a Wolf Link amiibo. And if you beat the game and use the Wolf Link amiibo, you got some sort of number of hearts that will transfer over into Breath of the Wild. So actually, they just started taking pre-orders. I saw it today of the Wolf Link amiibo, but it doesn't. It only starts you with like 3 hearts because you haven't played Twilight Princess HD or something like that.
Wow.
So that one's going to be pre-ordered, and then they have an Archer Link. They have a Guardian with like the movable arms. The Guardian is like a big, like kind of like, I don't know, spider looking thing or whatever. It's got multiple legs. Octopus, maybe, I guess. I don't know what to really call it. But anyway, those are all movable. That figure is $20. The Breath of the Wild figures are $16, up from $13 as the original amiibos. They got a Bokoblin. They got 2 Link figures. I think they got a Zelda figure, and they got the Guardian figure. So 5 amiibos, and then the Wolf Link, which is from Twilight Princess.
Well, I know I'm out of the amiibo game,
I'm
I don't know if you are
I'm
planning to buy them.
I really like the Bokoblin and the Guardian one, but I also, if I buy them, I'm not gonna want to open them. So that means I'd have to get two of them, and then that's like 40. That's like $70 on four figures that are just gonna sit on my shelf because I got plenty of doubles that I've never even opened. So it's
Yeah,
that's my bad tendencies there.
yeah.
Ananda, you never
Yeah.
got into the amiibo game, did you?
No, I just have one amiibo like Dr. Mario. But even the
One of the best.
boxes, they're huge. Like the amiibos is in the middle, and like it just takes up way too much space. I can't collect them.
Yeah, I have three full shelves. It's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was that. I think that was it for the. Nothing's really going on in Sony's camp. I mean, they had some PSVR released this game called Dext. It looks like a shooter type game, like abstracty. Looked all right. They got some other games coming. Nothing too crazy. But we can go into what are we playing. So I just recently got Gravity Rush 2, and I've actually been enjoying it. I was a big fan of Gravity Rush for Vita. It I platinumed it on Vita. So this game is more or less kind of like that, but you're in an airship and you're like mining sites. And I'm not too far in yet. I'm like four episodes in or whatever they call it, and same mechanics essentially as the original. So you're flying around and kicking things and controlling gravity, and I thought they did a good job. I mean, it's going to probably bring it to people who haven't played it on Vita. Hopefully, I doubt it because no one's clamoring to be like, "Oh, I need to play this Gravity Rush 2 game." Only
Yeah.
Vita people would know about it, so they should have released it on Vita personally. But I would have definitely bought it for Vita, no questions asked. And but it's a really good game. I definitely am enjoying it. It's got like a very Japanese vibe to it. It's like cartoony, like anime style, I guess. It's got these like comic book cut scenes between things. So it's very good. I think so. And that's pretty much it. I also have Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and I stopped playing it to play this. So I don't know if I'm going to go back to Rise of the Tomb Raider because I beat the first one, and I feel like two is more of the same, but with more stuff in it. And I don't really have a lot of time to craft weapons, to search for wood in the forest, to like build things. So I think I'm kind of out on that one.
Right.
So that's me. What have you guys been playing?
I'll go next. Actually, like right after we ended the show last week, I don't remember if it was that same day or the next day. They came out with an update for Pokemon Sun and Moon for the Pokebank, and like a lot of people were waiting for that because so that basically enables you to use like any of the old Pokemon that you have in your other games. So actually, I ended up transferring probably like 20 older Pokemon. I know a lot of people have like I was reading online people who just had like every Pokemon and they just transfer over like 700 or whatever it was, all in one swoop. I sometimes I
Into
watch.
Sun?
Yeah,
So they have every Pokemon from every game and they transferred it into Sun?
yeah.
Wow.
So people were saying that. So usually when you beat the Pokemon, when whatever Pokemon game, you get the national Dex so that you can get the data for the older Pokemon.
Right.
But what they did was that they put the national Dex into the Pokebank, so you could only see the data from the older Pokemon in Pokebank and not in the game. So, I mean, it's not that bad, but the bad thing about it is that it's hard to keep track of what Pokemon you already caught in Sun and Moon because there's no way to track which ones you caught. I think it shows the number, but it doesn't show what you caught already. So you're gonna have to constantly go back and forth between Sun and Moon and the Pokebank to check what you have,
Oh, that seems a little annoying.
and it's annoying. Yeah. Um, I'm not gonna try to catch all 800 or whatever. I basically just
Don't you want to be the very best?
I was the very best the first game, the second game, but now that we have 800 Pokemon, it's a little ridiculous. Um,
Isn't
Basically,
catching them your real test?
no, my real test is to bring some of the ones that I like from the older gens and battle them in the new game.
So training them is your cause.
To train them is my cause. Yes,
Yeah.
that's the thing about Pokemon. There's like so much stuff to do, and I was telling you I was up to like 200 hours. I think I'm up to like 270 at this point.
And my
So-
wife is nowhere near that, but she's still playing it, so I'm proud
Yeah.
of her.
So yeah, that was that. I also was playing Shantae Half Genie Hero, which is a
Alright.
game that came out of Kickstarter. So it was
Isn't that a way forward game?
yes, I believe so. And so
Alright.
I think it came out. I think that Kickstarter happened like a little bit after Mighty Number 9. So we all know how disappointed everybody was in that game. And I just have that hope for this Shantae game that it's going to be good. I did play up to the first boss, and to me, like, this is my first Shantae game basically, and that first boss was pretty cool. Like, you basically have to like, it's like a giant mermaid, and you have to like free her. So you have to like undo the chains on her arms and on her legs. Wait, legs, mermaid. I don't remember exactly actually. So
It's a platformer.
yeah, it's a platformer. So basically, you had to like jump up, and like all these attacks are coming out of all over the place. And you
What
have to, like,
platform you playing it for?
I'm playing it on Vita because
Sweet.
that's probably the one It's gonna be more accessible to me. But yeah, it was a fun boss, and I saw some videos of some of the later levels, and it looks pretty cool. I have to get back to that because I've been distracted by Pokemon, and then also they came out with the Yu-Gi-Oh game for iPhone and Android. It's actually pretty fun. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh for a while, but it was just like too expensive to
Is
play
that the one where you have the cards on your wrist and they go out?
Yeah, they do that in the anime.
Yeah, okay.
I think there is something like that in real life where you could, take your cards out, but totally not necessary.
Do you have that?
No, I literally have like 70 Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I have like a deck and then some extra cards.
All right. And so what is it, like a battle game?
Yeah, it's basically the card game in the game.
Sweet.
So I think in real life, I forgot what it was. I think your deck is like 40 or 50 cards, but in the game, they limit you to like between 20 and 30 cards. I think they just try to make it easier. For
Do you
like,
have to buy cards?
So it's like a freemium, like free-to-play game. So there's a currency you can earn, but you could also just buy like a pack of cards for $1, which is ridiculous because you get 3 cards in a pack.
$1 for 3 cards?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Jesus. All right.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
But it's actually a pretty fun game. I played some people online. I destroyed them because I don't think they knew what they were doing. So. But it was fun.
All right. What else you
I
got?
think that's pretty much it for me. I mean,
What's this Pokemon Duel?
It's this weird board game. Like, I didn't really understand what the draw of it was.
You played it at a friend's house?
No, it's an app. It's kind of like Mario Party, where it's like a board game.
Oh,
Game.
I'm out
So
on that.
the idea is like you have to get to the other side to like you're playing against the computer, so you have to get your Pokemon to the other side of the board, and that's how you win. But
Gotcha.
so the other person's trying to block you, and so when you go up to their Pokemon figure, it's a battle, and like I guess there's like a spinner that goes, and that determines what attack you use, and then obviously, like they have the weaknesses and stuff like that. So that's all that stuff together is what determines who wins the battle, and it's basically one piece dies, and like the other piece gets to keep going. It's like it's like not complicated chess. It's just Pokemon instead of chess. I didn't really get that much into it. I really don't plan on playing it because I have enough Pokemon games that I'm playing. So,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
yeah.
All right. So next up, I see both of you have been playing Overwatch. So have at it, because I played it for a little bit and that really wasn't my title. So go ahead, Ananda. Ananda, you start.
Okay. Yeah, so there's the Lunar New Year's event. There's all these new skins, and there's the Capture the Rooster mode, or which is Capture the Flag. An
For the
interesting,
Chinese New Year?
yeah, interesting thing is you have to stand on the flag for a couple of seconds to capture it, and I think that's like pretty weird, but it kind of makes sense because your teammates kind of have to like block damage while you're standing there, or like whoever is like capturing, you have to kind of like block that damage. Um, and yeah, like I'm also trying to get these like limited edition loot boxes too. I got the maze awesome like New Year's skin. There's like big hubbub online because people are saying her waist is too small now, and apparently that's like a thing, and Blizzard's gonna fix it because like May's supposed to be a little bit like sturdier than she is in the with the new costume.
As someone who doesn't play Overwatch, what's a limited loot box or loot crate, whatever you called it?
So the way you get costumes is by winning matches, or I mean you playing like leveling up or winning matches, and you get some random items in this loot box when you level up. During events, you get limited edition loot boxes that have that may contain like I think it contains at least one of the Chinese New Year's items.
Gotcha. And do they give you weapons, or is it just costumes in there usually?
Everything is cosmetic. It
Everything
could
is
be
cosmetic.
like sprays for the character. It could be like an avatar for your account.
Gotcha. But nothing to change the gameplay, so you're not like getting a better weapon or higher stamina or something like that.
No.
Okay. Now, Calvin, did you play the Lunar New Year thing too?
Yeah, I played. Like
Now, do you guys have it for
five
the
games or
both
so.
for the same platform?
I think I have both versions. I mostly play on PS4.
And Ananda?
Yeah, I have it for both, but I mostly play it on PC.
Now, did you have to buy it both times?
Yes.
Wow, you guys love that
Actually-
game that much, huh?
I actually bought the PC version and I tried to install it on my Mac in like boot camp. It worked, but it didn't run that well. So I ended up getting a gaming PC. Now it runs, but like I don't really play games on my computer that often. But yeah, I did play like 5 or so games. You get a free loot box every time. Well, since the last couple of events, you get a free loot box to start with. I tried that capture the flag mode, and yeah, what Ananda said is like you have to stand on the flag for a little bit before you take it. But what happened to me is like I tried to run in, and like as the meter was going up to like grab the flag, someone was shooting me, and like each time they shot me, it would reset the meter, and I was like, oh crap, I guess I can't grab it. So I just kind of got the hell out of there. I don't know. It's kind of hard because you have to divide your team like on offense or on defense. So it's a little different from the standard gameplay, I guess.
Do people talk?
Not that often. I don't know about PC, but you'll get like one guy.
Ananda, do
6.
people talk in your version?
In competitive, yeah, but like in these kind of arcade modes, not really.
Gotcha. I feel like a lot of these games would work better if people actually did work together, and you could get a good team together. Like if we
Yeah.
all played together, I bet it would be awesome. You know?
Yeah, but one of us has the PC version, one of us has the PS4 version.
Right.
And
And one of us doesn't even play it. So
Well,
yeah, so it's like hard to coordinate, I guess.
that's
Not
the promise.
coordinate, but like,
That's the promise of the Switch, right? I mean, the ability to just go to someone and play with them.
yeah,
It's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited.
yeah, like some people mention like getting trained on GoldenEye to play these like shooters with a joystick. I didn't have that training, and
Mm.
I played some Overwatch. I on PS4 I got totally wrecked, and I'm like low level, and I have all the cool costumes on the PC version. So then I go to the PS4 and I'm like all depressed because I don't have these cool costumes. I have like default sprays and I have to
oh man, that's the worst.
It's a shame it doesn't transfer. Like keep your character on the cloud or whatever. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, so
wherever.
it's weird because Blizzard has like this account link, and all that does is transfer your stats. Like it shows you your PS4 stats if you go to the webpage. And I wish they would have done something with the character, especially since you're buying the game twice.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's pretty much all. You guys want to say anything more about Overwatch?
I think that's it for me.
it's fun. I hate playing it. Like I get into this thing where I'll like lose a game, so I have to play another game, and I have to keep on playing until I win.
I know exactly that feeling.
Yeah.
That was like me and Riggs and the PSVR thing. It's like I can't leave losing. I have to make sure I win a game, and then I can stop playing.
Yeah.
Then you like lose like 4 in a row, and you're just like, screw this, I'm done.
It's defensive.
Yeah, where did that hour go? It's like crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
It
It's
feels
like, oh
like
man, it's 10 o'clock.
it feels like Overwatch does some kind of like team rebalancing or something, so that you're like always like a 50%, like you win and then you lose, or you win 2 and then you lose 2,
Cool.
or something like that.
That's pretty good, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So, yeah.
I just want to say like it has like
Oh, yeah.
one of the nicest matchmaking. Well, I guess even like the most balanced matchmaking that I've seen in a multiplayer game like this.
Now they have like 15 or 20 characters you can pick or something like that. It's a
Yeah.
lot, right?
I think it's 22.
Yeah.
And they keep
Yeah,
on
I
like rebalancing them and
Where did this apparently? Did you guys hear the news that it grew like 5 million players or something like that? It's doing actually phenomenally well for. It's like becoming like grow fast. I heard something about that recently.
Well, it probably did pretty decently over Christmas, and I think it probably was up for some like Game of the Year type awards.
Here it is. I found the article. This is from PC Gamer. Just giving them credit, obviously. The world needs heroes, and over 25 million have answered. So Overwatch now has 25 million players. So in October it was 20 million, and the game grew 5 million in less than 3 months.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So the week
I think
the week after the game's launch, it boasted 7 million players. So it grew since the launch to 25 million.
That's pretty good, but that's considering like Xbox, PC.
Yeah, I guess all platforms, I would
PS4.
assume. But still, I mean, 25
But
million.
yeah, any game company would be happy selling 25 million copies
Yeah.
of their game.
For sure. I mean, traditionally, Nintendo games don't sell, tens of millions of units. They sell like 3 or 4 or 5 million units. So 25 million units is awesome. I mean, Blizzard prints money generally. So
Yeah.
I think they had some missteps with other games, but we'll get into those topics another day.
yeah, they kind of like don't release games that often.
No, they don't. I mean,
Yeah.
StarCraft 2 takes a while for them to to get out, and who knows? And Diablo, I think it was 3, right? That took a while. So,
yeah.
Just briefly, I was thinking about getting some additional Joy-Cons if Snipperclips gets on launch because it's 4 players. But I kind of want to wait for a purple set, so I'm gonna hold out.
Purple.
And
I think I saw on Instagram like somebody had like an artist rendition of like NES controllers with like an actual D-pad.
yeah,
Not that those are announced or anything, but just the idea of that makes me want to wait.
yeah, exactly. I would love a D-pad Joy-Con, but I don't know how that would work because you would definitely need 2 Joy-Cons, and that goes against the principle of the Switch, right? Because then one wouldn't be able to be used as a joystick.
That's true.
But who knows? Oh, also the other thing is I got a USB-C to Ethernet adapter today. I wonder if I could just plug that into the Switch and use it directly without the dock. Those, or like the Apple HDMI adapter. That would be also interesting. So we'll have to find out.
Well, I mean, I think that the cable is doing any kind of conversion that's happening. So I don't see why it wouldn't work. I mean, possibly there would be a little bit of a battery drain, I guess, but
this is Nintendo.
Granted, it is Nintendo, but like, I also feel like, well, I was gonna say that they don't really build security into their cables, but they have been doing a lot of security stuff for like the OS. So
Super Mario Run, you got to be online all the time.
Yeah, and maybe remember how Sony had like their proprietary cables and cards because they didn't want the Vita to get hacked. I know that the 3DS has been hacked, and you know, I think Nintendo wants to be careful with that. So I mean, that's probably a reason for them not to, allow that. But
yeah,
I think I have a feeling it'll just work.
I hope so. That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
And then I got some, in the future episode, I ordered a power adapter for a special device that I have that I'm going to show you guys one day, but I don't really want to talk about it until I have all the pieces working and I've tested it. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say. You guys got anything else for tonight? Any other... Yeah, there's not really, like I said, there's not really much going on. Not even in the world of technology. I think Apple today had their earnings call. Oh, real quickly, since we're finished with all the game stuff, did you guys see the guy on Reddit who bet $250,000 against Apple today? So basically, what he did was, he was like some investor that had like $2.5 million. Like, I forget how he got it or whatever. And he blew all his money, like on bad investments. So he had $250,000 left. So today he said, I'm going to go all in and I'm going to bet against Apple. So he put down this big bet against Apple. And apparently Apple had like record growth and revenue and like did phenomenally well. And their services business is like beating Facebook's entire business and all sorts of crazy stuff. So the guy clearly, I think someone said his options were till February or something, but there's no way Apple's going to tank in mid-February. So I think the guy is out $250K.
Yeah.
This guy sounds like an idiot, because why would you bet against Apple? They've been doing really well.
And every analyst has said they've been doing well, so I don't understand that either.
I mean, people buy like Apple Watch like hotcakes, iPad like hotcakes, iPhone like hotcakes.
Apparently, Apple doesn't make desktop computers that much.
Yeah,
that's what you should have bet against.
Yeah, like short Apple desktops, except for the iMac because they still make those.
No, but they haven't released a new iMac. There hasn't been a new iMac. They didn't get
5K, right?
Last one was 5K.
5K screen.
Yep. They didn't release one. Everyone was hoping last October they were going to release one, but they never did. So I think they're saying March. March is going to be a very busy month We're gonna have the Switch.
Yeah.
We're gonna have some VR games. We're gonna have some. We're gonna have Horizon Zero Dawn. We're gonna have an Apple event probably, and all sorts of stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be a good month.
Should be good. Should be good. Yes. Yes.
All right, guys. I think that's it for tonight, unless anyone's got anything else.
Nope.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Please tune in. We're doing this every week. They'll be up on Wednesday because we got to edit and stuff on Tuesday. We record these on Tuesdays. We'll put them up on Wednesdays. Please join. Please subscribe somewhere down here. Hit the button for us. Leave us feedback, comments, any topics you want to discuss with us. We'll be more than happy. Tweet at us. We should probably put our Twitter things in here at some point.
Sure.
So
I'll put it in the.
what happened?
I'll put it in the description.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
On
And
YouTube.
tweet at us, email us, send us comments, and hopefully we hear from you and we keep doing the show. Have a great night. Have a great night, day, whenever time you're listening to this.
Peace.
All right.
All right, take care. Bye.